What's up guys, and welcome to this video. I'm Zimmy Games, and today I thought it would be a whole lot of fun to dive into a topic that I've been hearing a lot about here recently, and I've actually been talking about a lot on podcasts that I jump onto every week, but I actually haven't talked about on this channel yet. And the topic I'm talking about is, does power matter going into the next generation? And when talking about power, there is a lot of different definitions of what power is. So for the purpose of this video, when referring to power, we will be referring to processing speeds and graphical capabilities. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. When talking about power with these new next-gen consoles, I think most people's objective is to figure out which console is quote-unquote better. And I think a lot of people use the power narrative as it's easy to understand. Console A's hardware is better than Console B's, so Console A is obviously a better system. And I think that this is where a lot of people go wrong, because power is just one of the many metrics we as consumers judge any product on. And let me say this before I go any further, power is important, even so when evaluating power versus cost. But it is not the most important thing, especially when talking about gaming systems like consoles. And when I say this, I should also say that there are people out there that all they care about is their machine's power. And as those people definitely exist out in the world, they are very few and far between, especially in the console ecosystem, as most consumers put many other things before power. Some examples are features and add-ons that set what they are buying apart from their competitors. For instance, Xbox Game Pass or Sony's PlayStation VR. But many consumers are also going to put price above all else, as there are many families out there living paycheck to paycheck, and it's not easy to make a $400 or $500 purchase. And I know it's easy to say, well, just pay an extra $100 and you can get the more powerful console. But $100 is a lot of money when you don't have it, and you have many other people to buy for it, especially around the holiday season. And this is why when people get on about the power narrative and act like it's the most important thing, I can't help but shake my head, because there is a huge distinction in what matters to you and what matters to the millions of other consumers out in the world. And what's more is, when talking about the power narrative, I find that many people who preach that power is all that matters or is the most important thing to them play on consoles like the PS4 or the Xbox One. And I always find this very ironic, because if they really wanted to play on something with power, they should go out and purchase a $2,000+ gaming computer. And most people's argument to this is that they enjoy playing in their living room with a controller or any number of things to help rationalize why they're on a console. And to me, that just proves that people care more about features and accessibility that their console gives them than the power restriction of being on a console, meaning those people are willing to sacrifice power for accessibility, which very plainly means accessibility is more important to them than power. Then another argument I hear quite frequently is that they're only talking about power with consoles. But then you have to think, most people only stick to one console brand, as many people don't usually buy multiple consoles, either because they don't have the money or they just don't really see the need in it. And a great example of this right now are PlayStation owners. The most powerful console on the market right now is the Xbox One X, but you don't see droves of PlayStation fans running out to get an Xbox. The same way that you didn't see droves of Xbox players going out to get a PS4 when it was considered the more powerful console. And before some of you cite the beginning of this generation where many Xbox fans swapped over to the PlayStation, there were many reasons for that, specifically the Xbox fans feeling abandoned by Xbox with their always online feature, not being able to trade games, and the included Connect that forced consumers to pay an additional $100 to purchase their system. So ultimately, if console gamers really cared about power, they would drop whatever console they were playing on and jump over to the newest, more powerful console, even if that meant changing platforms and leaving their friends list and game library behind. But that doesn't happen often, and I think it is foolish and ridiculous to believe that it does. Of course, there are always exceptions, but once again, the people who would do this are few and far between, and the majority of consumers wouldn't abandon their platform or couldn't afford to do this. And once again, just to clarify, I'm not saying power isn't important. It is one of the many reasons why us gamers are going to go out in the cold this holiday season to pick up our brand new Xbox Series X or PS5. But as I believe firmly that power is important, I also believe that other things do come before power for the majority of of gamers. We would all like the most powerful gaming machine ever built, sure, but unfortunately we live in the real world where things cost money and certain products have advantages over other products outside of power. And more times than not, price and features like accessibility, games, and peripherals, as well as what our friends own and recommend to us, are what shape our buying decisions, not the pure measure of a console's power. And if you made it all the way to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching the whole video. I would love to hear your thoughts on the topic down in the comment section below. Whether you agree or disagree, let me know and why. I always love reading the comments and getting new, fresh perspectives. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button as it will help other people find this video. And depending on how this video does, I might do a part 2, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. In addition to videos like this, I also do gaming news, reviews, tutorials, and unboxings, so never miss out on any of that and hit that subscribe button. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Peace out, guys.